Hey, what's up, everybody there in viral video land and the internet, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I want to rant a little bit about the iPhone 4S. Now, I should let you know real quick when I'm starting this video. I couldn't find my regular camera, so I'm actually recording this entire video with a Motorola Photon 4G, the best phone in the world. Okay, it's not really the best phone in the world, but it's definitely a lot better than the iPhone 4S and probably an iPhone 5 whenever that comes out. But we're going to discuss why I feel that way and some different things about the iPhone 4S, which I don't have. But I don't want either. But I probably will have one soon, so we'll review that. Anywho, what prompted this video here is all my friends are on Facebook. Everybody's updating their status message every other second since this phone came out. Oh, just got that iPhone 4S. Just stood out line. Look at this long line for the iPhone 4S. iPhone 4S is amazing. iPhone, oh, I want to get married to the iPhone. Yay, yay, iPhone. And, you know, I don't got anything against Apple. I don't got anything against Mac. I just got something against the iPhone in particular. I just have something against the iPhone because I feel like the iPhone is a lie. The iPhone is a pipe dream. I mean, I swear, it's like the iPhone is a horrible, horrible phone. But people don't realize it because it's marketed so well. The iPhone is ridiculous marketing. And again, excuse the camera shake here. Like I said, I'm holding this camera and I'm recording it and I'm talking at the same time. But anyways, so let's get down to the key important facts here. I want to go ahead and show you some things on the iPhone, particularly on Sprint's website since I'm with Sprint. Now, I'm going here and let's take a look at this real quick. Let's just get the camera action on these phones here. Okay, you see here I'm doing a little comparison. I have the iPhone, the 4G, and I had the I had the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 4, the Motorola Photon, yay, and the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic, which I won't talk much about because I hate it too, but not because it's insufficient or inferior of a phone. I hate it because I like it and it's too light for me to actually want to hold it because I don't like how much it weighs. So that's why I got the Photon here. That's my phone. See, that's my baby. My baby. Now let's do some comparison here on these specs here, which you guys really can't see probably, but I'll go ahead and talk about them right here. This one that we're looking at right here, we'll get down to where they're different at. They all support having linked contacts to your profiles. They all support having entertainment. The iPhones don't have this little green dot right here, which is the Sprint ID, which nobody really uses, so it doesn't matter. They all have 3G. Yay, 3G. Here's where it gets me at. They don't have 4G. Why don't the iPhones have 4G? Look at that blank. You see that? That's blankness. The iPhones, those guys, they don't have the 4G. And that kind of just sticks out. Why would you get a phone that doesn't do 4G? Like, the iPhone is supposed to be a multimedia music phone and syncing and all this stuff, but you're going to do that on 3G? Seriously? I mean, come on now. If I can't get a 4G connection on my phone, I can't even use the internet. I'll lose my mind. Let's go ahead and go down a couple of the other features and just look at them. Now, I'm doing this all on the fly. I actually haven't reviewed much past the 4G mark before I decided to make this video, so it kind of stood out to me. So let's see what they else do. Who knows what we'll find out. Look, they all have pictures. They all have no operating system, which is kind of a lie because they do have an operating system. Kind of, sort of. You know, they have their iOSs and their Android or whatever it be. They all do apps and social networking. They all can be used as a Motorola hotspot. You see, both the iPhones run iOS 5 and the Android phones run Android 2.3. Now, I don't know how you guys feel on the app development side, but the Apple network for their iOS 5 with all that is kind of restrictive. You know, you got a lot of apps on it, but you're kind of restricted to what you can release on the market to their approval. As opposed with Android, whoever has the developer's kit can just throw something up on the market, whatever. You know, that's something I think about. You know, they both have a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Notice how they don't tell you how long that battery stays up on the iPhone, but I hear they're supposed to be like, oh, they do tell you. Okay, look. Oh, that's interesting. Talk time. Talk time on this phone that you guys are so loving and stuff like that is 8 hours on 3G. For the 4, it's 7 hours on 3G. For the Photon, it's 10 hours. 10 hours. 10 hours of talk time. You know, and for that Epic, it's 8.7 hours or whatever. Now, here's what you're going to get. Because I know this about the Photon already. This is about to drop down dramatically on standby time, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Oh, they don't even show you the standby time. But the Photon has a really low standby time. It's about the same as its talk time, and that's just because the Photon's typically doing a lot. You can disable all the extra stuff on the Photon, and it'll stay up a lot longer. But to be honest, I have 3 batteries for my Photon, and I keep them all on my external charger because the Photon does do a lot. I mean, it's a really, really good phone, and you'd be surprised at the type of stuff it can do. You can actually, it can teleport you to your destination. Okay, it can't really teleport you to your destination, but I'm saying it does a lot, and you can disable all the extra stuff and make it stay up longer if you want it to. That's all up to you. Let's take a look at storage or dimensions. Let's look at the dimensions first. The iPhones have the same dimension. They're both 4.5 by 2.31 inches by 0.37 inches thick. The Photon here is a little bit bigger. You see it's 2.6 by 5 inches, so it's bigger. It's taller than the iPhone is, and also it's 0.5 inches thick, so it's a little bit thicker. For me, that's a premium. Like I said, the Samsung Galaxy S is thinner, a little bit thinner than the Photon, and it's a lot lighter. It's 2.7 inches by 5.1 inches and 0.38 inches thick, so just about as thin as the iPhone. Now, the reason these two phones are larger is because they have a much larger screen. On the iPhone, you get stuck with this 3.5 inch 960 by 640 inch screen, you know, 326 points per inch Retina display. It's a nice screen, but it's small. It's like 3.5 inches. As opposed to on the Photon, the screen is 4.3 inches, and it's a QHD capacitive touchscreen. Or you got even a nicer screen on the Samsung Galaxy S. It's the 4.52 inch full touch screen Super AMOLED Plus. So it's a much nicer screen, but to be honest, you really can't tell the difference in the quality of screens. Lots of people say that if you look at the screen on the Photon, it looks sharper. It's a different type of technology, and technically it is a higher resolution. The Samsung Galaxy S has a lower resolution. Both of these are higher than the iPhone resolution. But the Samsung Galaxy S has a smaller resolution, but because it's Super AMOLED, it has the tendency to look a lot better. Oh, let's look at the weights. Both the iPhones, one is 4.9 ounces, the other is 4.8 ounces. So we'll say they're average out at 4.8 ounces. As I said, I got the Photon for the weight of it. I like heavy phones. It gives me that feel of a premium phone. The Photon 4G is sitting at 5.6 ounces. The Samsung Galaxy S, which is a very nice phone, like I said, I didn't get it because of the weight. You see, they're both the same price. I could have had either one. I went with the Photon because the Samsung Galaxy S is actually even lighter. Even though it's larger than the iPhone, it's only 4.6 ounces. But still, if you're paying all that money, you should get a phone that can do more. Both, so far, in my opinion, the Photon and the Samsung Galaxy S are looking a lot more attractive. But let's continue. Okay, memory. You got 16 gigs of memory on the iPhone 4S, the smallest version of it that you can get with saving some pocket money. On the iPhone 4, you got the 8 gigs of internal storage. Neither of these are upgradable. What you buy is what you get. With the Photon, you get 16 gigs of internal storage. It has 16 gigs of, not an SD card, it has 16 gigs of internal storage on it. And it has 1 gig of RAM. And at the same time, it can take up to a 32 gig SD card. That's the same for both the Motorola Photon 4G and the Samsung Galaxy S. So I don't know why you would want to get a phone that says, hey, you can do this and that is it, and you can't do anything else. You see, the iPhone 4S has one thing that I love about it. This is the only thing I like about it. It does support Bluetooth profiles for 4.0. Both the iPhone 4 and the Motorola Photon are 2.1 plus, and the Epic is 3.0. But most of you guys who have an iPhone, if you would buy a phone that doesn't have 4G on it, you probably don't know what the difference between 4.0 and 2.1 is, and you'll never ever use it. So we won't get into that or any of these extra things that the Photon does over here. So that's that's the technical details from Sprint's page. I do want to go ahead and say this, that the iPhone, they both these phones, the iPhone 4S and the Photon, both have 1 gigahertz dual core processors. The iPhone 4S has the Tegra chipset from NVIDIA. The iPhone 4S chipset is from a company that develops graphics cards. Not the iPhone, I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. The Motorola Photon, its chipset is from a company that produces graphics cards. The company that makes the chipset for the phone produces graphics cards. Needless to say, this phone is a beast on the graphics. It gets ridiculous quadrant scores. It does great. Everything about this phone is wonderful. It's made, you just go into the app market, they got the Tegra Zone HD where they produce all the Tegra-enabled games. I mean, Tegra is where it's at, in my opinion. It also has a 1.0 gigahertz, a 1 gigahertz, a 1.0 gigahertz, a 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, just like the iPhone. The iPhone has the ARM9 and the A5 chipset from Apple. With this being very roughly new, I really haven't seen the scores. I'll be doing a video later with more details on it. Just to touch on the Galaxy S, though, the Galaxy S has a 1.2 gigahertz. Even though it has a faster processor, it has the Exynos or Enos, whatever it is, chipset, and the Tegra 2, just because it's made by NVIDIA, one of the leaders in the graphics department, it just gets way better scores. So I'll be posting some hard information a little bit later on these two phones, and continue to follow the Photon versus the iPhone 4S, because, you know, I'm a Photon fanboy, and my next phone I'll be getting is a HTC Amaze, or whatever they make comparable to it that comes out on Sprint, since the Amaze is on T-Mobile. So stay posted. If you have any questions, just ask me. If you want me to make another video, let me know. And thank you for watching. And just in case it's been iterated enough, I hate the iPhone. And you can give me a thumbs down if you want, but whatever. All my real IT people out there, how many of them have iPhones? Let me just ask you that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace.